What is up, everyone? It is Mr. M, and I'm here today with an unboxing examination of the May 2019 Metalhead Box. Before I get into that, I just want to say a big thank you to anyone who has subscribed to my channel since I started. A couple days ago, I hit 100 subscribers, and it is a mind fuck to me that there are that many of you who enjoy what I do. I didn't have very high hopes when I started this YouTube channel because I've done YouTube in the past, and no matter how passionate about it I am in the beginning, something ends up happening and it's just I fucking fall off, whether it's, you know, I end up losing interest or some shit happens, whatever. So yeah, something happened this time around with this channel, and I just kept going, and you know, I've been at it for 2 years. I have more videos uploaded on this channel than I've ever done on any channel previously, or probably even combined. So yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing, leaving likes on the videos. If you've left a comment saying that you found a band or an album or a record label because of me, that's why I do this. That's the main reason why I do it. And that actually means more to me than numbers. I know it's cool hitting milestones like 100 subs, or eventually I hope to get to 1,000, and maybe even beyond that if the day ever comes. But the biggest reason I do it is to talk about music that I enjoy. You know, I don't do this just to show off. You know, I do it because there's a band that I really like that put out an album that's really good. There's an underrated band, a band that I feel is underrated that needs to be checked out. You know, there's a local band that should be more than a local band. There's a label that is consistently putting out good releases from good bands that I feel should be talked about. That's why I do it. And you know, those comments where people say that they've found something based on my recommendation, that's always the best feeling in the world to me. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for your support. And with that, let's get into the Metalhead box. And in the previous Metalhead unboxing video I said that one was going to be my favorite box, but they were going to probably do something to one-up it next month since they keep doing that. And they did 100% up it on this box. So let's get into the contents of it. First up is Metallica, a Metallica pin, tribute pin number 14. This is the Damage Inc. artwork, which it's cool, but it's not something I would have expected for a Metallica pin. I would have expected something to be like more focused on the main album cover. You know, this Damage Inc. is off of Master of Puppets, I'm pretty sure. So I think that would have been a cool pin, but at the same time, you know, like I said, the Damage Inc. head is pretty neat looking as well. And then, per usual, Metalhead box exclusive and designed by Mark Rudolph. Another great pin to add to the collection. Next up is a patch for Sepultura. I haven't been a fan of the shit they've done recently, but those first few albums are of course legendary and absolutely incredible. Next is a koozie with the Pleasure to Kill artwork by Creator on it. All over design, I fucking love that. Creator's my favorite thrash metal band. If you've been around my channel for a while, you have definitely known that. So I was definitely happy to receive that koozie. And then next up is the shirt. And the shirt that I got is for a band called Warbringer. They are a thrash metal band based out of California. Fucking love that design. Havoc was actually the first band that came to mind comparison-wise, which there's definitely nothing wrong with that comparison. And then they have this little promo card here for the shirts you could have gotten. Obviously, I got the Warbringer shirt. And then the other shirt that you could have gotten was from a band called Vulvodynia. They are a brutal death metal band from South Africa. And honestly, like, I'm happy with this one, but if I'd gotten this one, I'd still be just as happy. I think this is probably the first month with the Metalhead box that if I had gotten either shirt, I would have been happy about it. Usually, I look at the designs or I see other people post the designs of the shirts, and it's always like I hope for one more than the other one. You know, this month I'm happy with either of them. Obviously, this time I got the Warbringer shirt. And then the CDs. There's two of them in this box, and this first one is from a band that I hope a lot of you have heard of because they've been around for a while. This is Grand Magus with The Hunt. This came out in 2012 on Nuclear Blast Records. They just recently put out a new record within the last month, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure. This version is the deluxe version, I guess. It comes with 3 demo songs of songs that ended up on the record. But primary band that I found comparison-wise was Sabaton. But I think they're fairly comparable to any traditional heavy metal band. And next up, the other one. This one is my favorite of the 2 CDs. This is Widower with Cataclysmic Sorcery. They are based out of Austin, Texas. This was put out on Black Market Metal label this year. And this year, this album is fucking going to be high up on my year-end list, I can already tell, despite the fact they're 6 months out. They play a sort of blackened thrash. Wraith and Toxic Holocaust, those are like my go-to comparisons, and you know, they sound exactly alike. Maybe not as blackened instrumentally, but vocally is where the blackened elements are for this release. I also compare them to early Creator, and I was even getting a little bit of Dissection vibes off of it as well. And hopefully my cat doesn't see this because she likes chewing on plastic. But the autograph for this month, I'm talking about this plastic. I'm not calling this man plastic at all. Daniel Gonzalez, guitarist for Possessed and Gruesome. I'm fucking stoked to have this because now we got the autographs for both Possessed guitarists. We got the Claudius Creamer autograph a couple months ago. Gruesome is basically a death worship band. They put out a record last year, and my cat's already eyeing the fucking plastic. They put out a record last year, I think. They have like 2 or 3 or something like that. And then Possessed, they put out a fucking amazing record last month as well. Their first record in over 30 years. And if you haven't heard the new Possessed record, if you haven't heard of Gruesome at all, you definitely need to check both those bands out, because especially with Possessed's new album, I know for a lot of people they were kind of skeptical about it, especially with it being their first in fucking forever, but it is definitely a good listen and I highly recommend it. And then I also got a sticker, but that's fucking somewhere. I'm not going to dig around finding for it. But that's going to conclude this video. And like I said in the previous Metalhead Boxing video, this one is my new favorite, but I'm sure they are going to do something next month that is going to make that one's better than this one. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.